Meteorologist Amanda Pappas here, helping you plan out a weather impact alert day. Another cold morning. This is going to be the coldest morning we've felt thus far, so make sure you're bundled up and layered. We get back to 58 by this afternoon. Meteorologist Amanda Pappas here, helping you plan out a weather impact alert day. Take a look. We see these temperatures are going to be very chilly, near freezing in some areas, if not already at it. So this is going to be our coldest morning ahead. Make sure to layer up.
Weather impacts your life every day. I'm 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins. You can find out about any change in the weather with our 10 Tampa Bay Plus app. Just stream for the latest forecast, any weather impact alert, updated tropics forecast, and take a live look at the radar. Anytime you want, and it's free. It's just one more way we're helping you stay informed, prepared, and connected. Stream 10 Tampa Bay Plus.
Keeping you informed, prepared, and connected. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay.
Hey, thank you for joining us. I'm Jamison Euler. This is your 10 Tampa Bay wake-up call.
I'm Caitlin Lockerbie. Thanks for starting your morning here. We are staying on top of the developments in Southern California right now, happening now. Los Angeles' mayor is warning about more evacuations as additional fires have ignited overnight.
Yeah, this morning Verify's Casey Decker is keeping a close eye on the fires and looks into some popular claims online on if they are true or not.
Meanwhile, here at home right now, we're under a weather impact alert because of cold weather out there. The chilliest morning of this cold snap here.
Absolutely. Meteorologist Amanda Pappas staying on top of that cold and near freezing temps in our northern counties this morning. Amanda?
It's chilly out there. We need the heat. Thanks, guys, so much. So as you're waking up this morning, we want to make sure you are bundling the kids and yourself up. Layer. It is the key, let me tell you. And maybe if you have a face sweater like Jamison, it'll help your face out as well. Because let me tell you, when the wind whips you, it really just starts to make your eyes tear, and it gives you kind of that wind burn on your face as well. So don't be surprised when that happens later this morning. Our temperatures right now are currently still dropping. We haven't reached our peak in terms of our max low or minimum low temperature, for this morning. So we are going to bottom out. We'll get closer to, I would say, 39. That would be our coldest morning we've had so far. Already at 42, so definitely well on our way there. 36 for Crystal River right now. Next 12 hours, definitely looking more and more warm as we go. High temperature at 58, and look at your 7-day forecast. We do see we're cold tomorrow morning, then we warm up and we'll be cooler for the Bucks game.
All right, theaters are open this morning and will reopen later tonight. The Citrus Cold Shelter is staying open as well. They are still looking for volunteers, food, as well as other donations. It's at Nature Coast Church on South Suncoast Boulevard in Homosassa. Hernando County also opening the doors to the Enrichment Center on John Gary Grubbs Boulevard in Brooksville. And down in Pasco County, the Shady Hills Mission Chapel in Spring Hill is staying open until 10 tomorrow morning. Right now, we have a full list of updated warming centers, including those in Hillsborough and Pinellas counties, over at 10tampabay.com and the 10 Tampa Bay app.
Well, keeping you informed, prepared, and connected with all your news, weather, and traffic.
At 10 Tampa Bay this morning at 5 is all new and live next in just 34 seconds.
Weather impact alert only on 10 Tampa Bay and 10 Tampa Bay Plus. Keeping you informed, prepared, and connected. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay.
Overnight, another fire breaking out in LA. The death toll rising this morning. The response from first responders as some are now returning to their homes.
And a live look in D.C. where there are just hours left in the public viewing for former President Jimmy Carter. We'll tell you what's on tap today for the Carter family and the nation as we enter a national day of mourning.
I'm Nick Volturo. We are live in Tampa, where January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, and airport police here in Tampa are trying to make you aware of the signs to look out for. We're going to tell you all about it coming up next.
All right, we're going to hear from Nick in just a little bit. I'm Jamison Euler. Today is Thursday, January 9th.
I'm Caitlin Lockerbie. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. Let's get a check of that forecast. The chilliest of this cold snap out there. Meteorologist Amanda Pappas has an eye on those temperatures up in Crystal River. Yikes.
Oh my goodness, look at this. 36. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Just, what is going on? Florida, wake up. You're drunk.
Shake us.
Or you're
Like a
broken.
snow
For the northern
Come
counties,
on.
they always get it the worst.
I know. Shout out to my peeps over in Citrus County and Hernando County. We have our very own own Hernando County that's not here today, Sarah Rosario. We love her, and we love our peeps over there too. But for Citrus, Hernando, and Pasco, you guys are going to be feeling the brunt of all this cold. But overall, I'm talking about our entire area. We're under multiple watches and warnings for freezes, including even Hillsborough counties. So cold weather advisories all flying all across the place. So keep this in mind. We're at 42 right now. We reach our minimum low temperature right around 7 a.m. So those temperatures are still dropping. So keep that in mind. That's why we have a weather impact alert for you. This will expire at 8 a.m. I got my eye on our local forecast as well as California's forecast with those wildfires. We're going to be talking about what's fueling them and also forecast here locally next.
All right, let's take you out to the roadways this morning. Sarah Rosario has the morning off. Taking a live look at the Howard Franklin Bridge just off by the Kennedy exit, looking clear. Headed across into Tampa. Same goes for the Skyway right now. Light traffic out there, all lit up into Pinellas County. No reported incidents right now. Drive times on all three major bridges. They are in green to start your morning off at 5:01 with no reported construction or incidents right now.
Well, as we come on the air here at 5:02 this morning, a live look over Southern California where crews are now working to extinguish what is now being called the worst wildfire in Los Angeles history.
Right now, at least 5 people are dead. Tens of thousands of people have already had to leave their homes. But this morning, the mayor of Los Angeles now warning of more evacuations. CBS News' Danya Bacchus is in Los Angeles this morning. Man, oh man, yeah, those emergency responders working around the clock right now. This morning, Florida is working to help our neighbors on the West Coast. As you start your day, the state's Division of Emergency Management says it's prepared to send both an incident management team and a logistics support team, along with additional equipment. In a post on social media, Governor Ron DeSantis says we do need to come together to help our fellow Americans.
Taking a live look right now inside the U.S. Capitol, where in just hours, former President Jimmy Carter will be moved to the Washington National Cathedral for his state funeral. The Nobel Peace Prize winner is only the 35th person to lay in state at the U.S. Capitol. The public visitation ends in just under 2 hours at 7 this morning. Then at 9 this morning, Carter's remains will be removed from the Capitol Rotunda and start the journey to the National Cathedral. The funeral service starts at 10 this morning. All Melania will attend. President Joe Biden will deliver a eulogy for his longtime friend and fellow Democrat. Carter and his family will be flown back to Georgia just before noon, where the family will have a private service in his hometown at his church there in Plains. Between the family's funeral service and an internment ceremony, the U.S. Navy will have a missing man flyover for the former naval officer and commander-in-chief. Carter will be buried next to his wife in their hometown of Plains. President Joe Biden has ordered today a national day of mourning in honor of Carter. So you may notice some things might be a little different. That means all federal government offices like the Social Security Administration are closed today. Also, all non-essential, non-mission essential services at MacDill Air Force Base are also closed. You will not need to check your mailbox today. The post office is pausing their service today, but you can still ship items with UPS and FedEx. Now, while the stock market is also closed today, most banks and stores are going to be open.
Well, this morning, flags across our state are also flying at half staff for former Governor Buddy McKay. We're also learning more about services for the last Democratic governor. They'll happen next Wednesday at Fort King Presbyterian Church in Ocala. Now, McKay died on New Year's Eve at his home. He was only served as a few weeks as governor of our state following the death of Lawton Chiles, which was after the election of Jeb Bush. Governor Ron DeSantis has ordered flags to fly at half staff until the funeral. They're already at half staff this morning, of course, because of the national mourning period for former President Jimmy Carter.
Well, January is National Human Trafficking Prevention Month, and a critical mission is underway right now at Tampa International Airport.
Yeah, officers are working to stop human trafficking at TPA right now, one suspicious case at a time. 10 Tampa Bay's Nick Valturo is live at TPA for us with more on this nationwide initiative. Good morning, Nick.
Caitlin Jameson, good morning. And we're standing at the terminal where passengers here will be noticing something different. Now, all around, you can see messages and signs. It's all part of a massive campaign to make people aware of human trafficking right here at TPA. For right now, reporting live in Tampa, Nick Valturo, 10 Tampa Bay.
Really well trained and all that too, Nick. Thank you so much. At this hour, Tampa police are looking for a group of people to talk to in relation to a New Year's Eve shooting in downtown Tampa. that sent a security guard to the hospital right near the Museum of Art. That guard trying to break up a group of people riding electric dirt bike style bicycles there. Take a look at your screen. There they are. Officers are trying to ID that group of people on similar bikes. Detectives believe there may be a connection between the suspect and members of the group, or the victim, I should say, and the members of that group seen in the video. As for the security guard, he was taken to a hospital for treatment, but has since been released. All right, time now 5:09. Looking ahead and happening in just a few hours, the Tampa student accused in a newborn's death is back in a Hillsborough County courtroom. Prosecutors say Brianna Moore gave birth last month on campus, but put the baby's body in a trash can. An autopsy determined that child died from asphyxia and multiple rib fractures. She has pleaded not guilty. Her trial is set to start next month. Florida has a safe haven law allowing parents to anonymously surrender an unharmed newborn up to 30 days old to any fire station, EMS station, or hospital.
Well, Florida is already home to the Space Coast, the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral. But what about NASA headquarters?
I was talking to the director before we came out here. There is an interest in moving the headquarters of NASA right here to Kennedy Space Center, and I'm supportive of that.
He likes the idea. Governor Ron DeSantis weighing in about the idea that supporters say will make the move make sense because Florida already leads the nation in the space industry. Those against the change, though, say that NASA needs to be close to policymakers in Washington, D.C., arguing that moving the headquarters could hurt the department's funding and its operations.
Actually, I was pretty shocked to hear it and very surprised. I really think this is a poor idea, actually. It's bad policy for the public, and it is bad politically.
Governor DeSantis did not provide a timeline or specific steps to pursue the relocation. He also has no authority to move a federal agency.
This morning, there are still tens of thousands of insurance claims open following both Helene and Milton.
And despite having full coverage, some homeowners say they're getting shorted on their claims. An update on the issue ahead at 5:30 this morning.
And as you wake up, it is the coldest morning of this current cold snap. Temperatures currently at 43 degrees, even dropping a little bit. Meteorologist Amanda Pappas sharing the possible warm-up on the way.
The wait is over.
We brought the best of the best back.
The Jeopardy Second Chance competition begins.
Anything can happen, and on Jeopardy often does.
Tonight at 7:30 on 10 Tampa Bay. 10 Tampa Bay with Jamison Euler, Caitlin Lockerbie, meteorologist Amanda Pappas, and traffic with Sarah Rosario.
All right, welcome back. We asked you to help, and boy, did you.
Yeah, our 10 Tampa Bay viewers really came through for our troops this holiday season, so a big thank you to you this morning. This week, we've been picking on these barbecue restaurants and Elks Lodges, filling up rental trucks, and on Wednesday morning, dropping off the load at the Support the Troops in Wesley Chapel. Good thing that they have a forklift out there because those boxes were heavy.
This is amazing. For the 8th consecutive years, the amazing viewers Channel 10 have stepped up and overwhelmed us with donations again. This is going to be another record-breaking year for us to get donations from your amazing folks. Can't thank you guys enough.
Yeah, great to see all those boxes filled. We also want to thank the law offices of Attorney Dan Newland for sponsoring this effort and helping us get the word out. In about 2 weeks' time, all the socks, toothpaste, and other most requested items are going to be sorted through, packed up into gift boxes, and sent to military members who are serving overseas.
Absolutely. Give yourself some high fives this morning, a little pat on the back because you guys did such a great job. As you're waking up this morning, another cold snap, but we're almost getting out of it, Amanda.
Yeah, we are, but I really want to talk to you about something else right now. So what we all have been seeing, I'm sure, across our news outlets and right here in Tampa Bay, we know that we are seeing multiple impacts for the state of California because of those wildfires. So we talked about that earlier in the show. I wanted to dive into it a little bit more. So current wind speeds right now, there's a lull over towards California, which is some good news. Again, these flames have been fanned by all of the gusty winds. So what's going on? Satellite and radar showing us that we do have dry conditions over LA right now and the outer suburban area here, but we do have a high and a low pressure right there. right? So what is going on? Since this high is so close to that low, the closer those two pressure systems get, it creates what we call a pressure gradient, right? Which means we have really gusty winds that are then created and formed coming in from the northeast, pushing to the southwest. So that's going to push those embers and a lot of the smoke from those wildfires out into the Pacific. So that's some good news. We do not want those wind directions to shift more towards the south, because then that would mean more of that spread of fires towards more of the suburban areas and more of our cities here in this portion of the United States. But what we're looking at is that LA is just burning overall, and we're seeing that air quality index is nothing to joke around with. It's unhealthy for people to be outside in LA right now. And if you have any friends or family that way, just make sure you're checking in with them. I'm sure you already have. Here's some of the good news. We do see for the Pacific Palisades in California that a lot of the wind speeds for today, especially in comparison to the previous days, are starting to die down. So that's wonderful for LA. We're going to continue to see those wind speeds be lessened overall heading into the next couple of days. But those winds are going to kick back up Saturday and into next Tuesday. So still a lot of destruction and damage up ahead. My thoughts and prayers with all of my friends over there in California. For us here locally, our weather alerts that we got to talk about this morning is going to be the coldest of this stretch that we've had of the colder weather that moved through. So we could be seeing freezing temperatures, and in addition to that, Tampa could actually hit 39 this morning, which would be the coldest that we've seen in quite a little bit. So we have our cold weather advisory all across the area. This has not been the case over the past couple of days, but it's because of the sheer strength of how cold these temperatures are about to be. So with that in mind, we do have 8 a.m. today. We have sub-freezing wind chills. So once you factor in that wind, it cuts right through you. It's going to be really cold. Frost will be likely, so make sure to keep your pets, plants indoors, and yourself as well. And make sure to take care of those around you. Next 12 hours, we do see that we go from about 39 and we'll gradually make our way back to the middle 50s and potentially upper 50s. Wider lookout though, we're going to be dry from here on out, Thursday, Friday. However, Saturday into Sunday, it looks like the front slows down a little bit, and we could see actually two fronts instead of just one. So rain chances go up Saturday, and we potentially could see a couple sprinkles on Sunday for the big game. So just a heads up there, guys. And comparing it with the American model, we do see that there's lesser rain chances for the American. So I'm keeping my eye out for you. I do think that our rain chances are higher Saturday than they are Sunday. We could see a couple of sprinkles throughout the early evening, but I think by game time, we'll wrap up all the rain. We're definitely going to be chilly though, so make sure to layer up from here on out.
All right, thank you, Amanda. Traffic anchor Sarah Rosario has the morning off. We're going to get you through this because we have traffic producer Sean helping us out this morning, making sure we still got traffic for you. Hey, at this time of the day, 5:19, things are looking good. The interchange into downtown Tampa looking real smooth right now. That's probably going to change this morning, but if you're heading out that way at this hour, you're doing all right. Drive times into downtown looking good at this 5 a.m. hour as we're taking a look at 275 southbound bears to I-4 and taking a look at I-4 this morning. Right there, eastbound, things also looking good, but again, stay with us all morning long because we know traffic changes all morning long, and you can keep us with you and go on traffic on the go with our 10 Tampa Bay app.
All right, 5:20 basically on the dot here. Happening in just hours, we're going to learn if President-elect Donald Trump will be sentenced in his New York case. His legal team has asked the Supreme Court to delay tomorrow's sentencing. Last year, he was found guilty of 34 counts of falsifying business records. New York prosecutors have to respond by 10 o'clock this morning. The president-elect's legal team says a president's immunity extends to the transition period. The presiding judge has said he will not send Trump to prison. Well, if you've been down to the Tampa Riverwalk over the last few days, you may have noticed out there water is brown.
Okay, ahead in 18 minutes, what the state is telling us this morning about the water and the cause behind that color change.
And way more than fashion and frills. And this morning's beautiful people will take you to Top Buttons in St. Pete, where every
Watch Java and Janelle on Great Day Live, weekdays at 9 on 10 Tampa Bay. Your latest forecast is always on 10 Tampa Bay Plus. This is Beautiful People Tampa Bay, sponsored by Advent Health.
Building confidence from the inside out. It's a boutique with a purpose where fashion meets faith and hope. Pete, whose owner is helping young women escape the shadows of trafficking and abuse, one outfit at a time. At Top Buttons, transformation is always in style. All right, let's take you live this morning, just a few minutes before 5:30, and the temperature's only dropping right now before the sun comes up. It's the coldest of the cold right now.
You see the wind blowing too? The wind's blowing too. That doesn't help.
Does not help this morning. Amanda's getting you prepared for the day ahead. Next, telling you what you got to bundle up in today.
Your latest forecast is always on 10 Tampa Bay Plus.
Good morning on this Thursday. I'm Jameson Euler.
I'm Caitlin Lockerbie. Thanks for starting your morning with us here. Very chilly to start out there. This temperature is really going to wake you up this morning. Cold. I keep saying coldest of the cold because this is our cold snap. Usually it's a legit snap.
We've been saying this all week long. It's like every morning.
I feel like they're sticking around longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know. It's like the limbo bar. How low can you go, right?
Exactly.
So that is what's going on. Our temperatures are actually still dropping, believe it or not. So we are going to have to deal with some even colder temperatures than what you see on the board right now. Right now, we're sitting at 36 for Crystal River. We'll get to freezing, I'm pretty sure, as we head into the next 2 hours. So we've reached that peak in terms of the minimum low temperature. How cold can we get? The coldest of our temps typically come right around 7 to 8 a.m. So we could be seeing 39. We're only 3 degrees shy of it right here. So we're pretty close, the closest we've been. So this is going to be our coldest morning yet. So make sure to layer up, bundle yourself up along with the kids. And we do have a weather impact alert for you that'll expire right around 8 a.m. and then we warm back up to the 50s today. But don't worry, we're going to have some weather whiplash for you, but we'll warm up. I'll show you when and where all next.
All right, let's take you out to the roadways right now. A live look at I-275. Traffic building a bit right now, but no incidents to report. Nice shot of the skyline there. Map says it all. No current crashes. Construction at I-75 right at the State Road 60 exit wrapped up and reopen the lane southbound. So pretty smooth sailing there right now. Current drive times on I-4 going to the important parts of town are in green for you right now at 5:32. Not a bad way to start.
All right, let's take you to a live look right now happening in California, where another massive fire, this time in the Hollywood Hills of Los Angeles, is adding to the ongoing chaos out in that area. Officials warning now that more evacuations could be necessary. Again, this is a live look, and more evacuations necessary if these fires continue to spread. As you're waking up this morning, Florida is now offering California support. The state preparing to provide an incident management team and logistics support workers as well as equipment.
Yeah, look at the flames there. Right now, the fires are raging through Pacific Palisades and around several inland communities. Countless homes, businesses, and cars completely destroyed, and at least 5 deaths are now confirmed. This morning, the most destructive fire, the Eaton Fire, has spread more than 10,000 acres, forcing more than 30,000 people to evacuate their homes. Because of the region's unusually dry January weather and high winds, officials say the danger is far from over.
All the hillsides and the fuels and the brush are very susceptible to a spark right now, and we're seeing explosive fire grow. We are systematically battling these historic conditions to the best of our ability.
As of this hour, 3 of the 5 fires have 0% containment. Fire crews, they are working around the clock to get the flames under control. Help on the way for them to relieve their...
Right now here in the Bay Area, we're facing another cold morning, as we're just talking about. The temperatures dropping as the morning goes on. Warming shelters, though, in several counties are going to be extending their hours because of this cold. Shelters in Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Pasco County will be open through Friday morning. They need things there at some of those places, such as hats, gloves, scarves, socks, toiletry items as well. We have a list of all of the shelters open in your neighborhood right now at 10tampabay.com.
Yeah, you're going to need those hats and gloves this morning, too. In just a few hours, a man accused of kidnapping and sexually assaulting a Tampa DoorDash driver almost 2 years ago will appear in court. You may remember 10 Tampa Bay telling you about this story when it happened. Police say Joseph Killens approached the driver while she was making a delivery. He forced her to drive to an apartment complex where he attacked her. Officers say she was on the phone with a friend at the time who realized what was happening, so her loved ones were able to track her phone and rescue her. Killens apparently shot at one of them when they arrived. This morning, he's also accused of a robbery that happened days before at another apartment complex. Happening right now in Polk County, a family waiting for justice 1 year after the murder of a beloved mother and daughter.
The deputies say an ex-boyfriend shot and killed Olivia Maldonado at a flea market in Arcadia. There, deputies found and arrested him 11 days later. Maldonado's mother says she was known for her bubbly energy and hard work and her deep love for her 11-year-old daughter. Olivia's niece, Penelope, says Olivia was like a second mom.
She was fun. She always brought the best out of everybody, and she always pushed everybody to, do what they want to in life and be happy.
Maldonado's ex-boyfriend, Emilio Alalde, was charged with premeditated murder. He's expected back in court next month.
Well, heartbreaking update for you this morning on a shooting out of Lakeland. A 6-year-old boy who police say accidentally shot himself has died. As of this morning, no charges are filed in the case. It happened Sunday at a home on West Crawford Street. Investigators say the boy, Major Smith, had just returned home from the store with his dad and his adult brother. At some point, Major went back to the car, found the gun. Investigators say his dad heard the shot and then drove him to the hospital. Major died Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, seems to be no urgency on the insurance's part. For those of you in Tampa who like to walk the Riverwalk, or you're taking a boat ride down the river, you may have noticed that the water doesn't look right in some spots right now. Could be brown algae found in some places along the river. This video was taken Wednesday afternoon near Armature Works. Florida Department of Environmental Protection looking into the apparent algae bloom out there. Looks pretty gnarly. People from Tampa Bay waterkeepers tell us they took samples Wednesday morning. We did talk to a boat captain who didn't want to go on camera, but said that they noticed the algae bloom last week.
Saving Florida citrus. Researchers finding a new way to battle the devastating disease for our crops. What this could mean for farmers all across the state. And police are taking a positively new approach to officer wellness. How a special canine is helping officers cope with the stress of the job. Amanda?
What a cute pup there. But if you are taking out your pup or you have to head to work or bringing the kids to school right now, make sure everyone is bundled up. Remember the 3 Ps, protect your precious plants, your people, and your pets, of course. 36 right now, but we are dropping these temperatures, and 42 over towards Tampa. This is going to be our coldest morning we've seen yet, but I'll show you what happens. We got a roller coaster ride of temperatures coming at you all after a quick break. Don't miss this. You don't want to go anywhere. Stay with us.
Jake had disappeared.
The investigation of a missing rancher.
It was always pretty tense at the ranch.
Leads to a deadly betrayal.
If the wrong thing was said or done, there was fire in her eyes.
Next Dateline.
Today at 4 on 10 Tampa Bay.
Good morning. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay. In minutes, I'll have a live look at your forecast to help plan the day.
Great Day Live with Java and Janelle. It's all about what to see, what to do, and what to eat in Tampa Bay. Watch weekdays at 9 on 10 Tampa Bay. When the weather changes, you feel the impact. That's when our meteorologists issue a weather impact alert, so you're prepared. Watch 10 Tampa Bay and 10 Tampa Bay Plus.
I'm Jameson Euler. Thanks for starting your morning with us here on 10 Tampa Bay. More news and weather are next. Welcome back. Now, a discovery from University of Florida researchers may breathe new life into the state's citrus industry. Greening is a bacterial disease. We've heard about it before. It's carried by small insects that choke all kinds of citrus here in our state. But now, university scientists added a gene to citrus trees that generates a special protein. It's fatal to the insects. The discovery gives hope to farmers like Greg Good, who are giving up growing oranges because of ongoing greening issues.
We've lost growers that, are tired of just pouring money into something and never getting a return for it, a very small return.
Yeah, sad to see it go. Researchers say they will need a few years of testing before the possible cure could be available. Just this week, a major citrus grower in Fort Myers said it is ending its citrus crop next year.
Oh man, yeah, we've got an ongoing issue with that.
Yeah, for years now.
It doesn't come as a surprise in the Fort Myers area too. I was previously there, and because of Ian, oh my goodness, they lost millions of dollars from that, even years later. So hopefully things will look up for the citrus community and everyone who is a farmer and dealing with citrus crops. Overall though, the crops are going to have a tough time right now, because speaking of those crops, we know that freezes are detrimental to that cold weather warnings and watches as well. So you can see these colors correlating with what we got going on up here. So we have multiple freeze warnings for our northernmost counties, including Citrus and Hernando County. And we do have freeze watches as well and frost advisories too. And those wind chills are nothing to mess around with. And realistically, I would say throughout the past couple of mornings, this is the one thing that I really see that's different today than previously, is that all of these watches and warnings are now extending into portions of Hillsborough County and even Polk County, so much farther south because of how much colder we're going to be for the remainder of this morning. And another thing that's brand new and different than what we've seen over the past couple of mornings, because of how cold we are, our whole entire area is now under a cold weather advisory, where previously it was only portions of our area. Realistically, I would say throughout the day today, we're going to continue to see a lot of these cold, chilly temperatures, and we're not going to warm up very much throughout the afternoon, even with an abundant amount of sunshine. Look at our current air temperature across the state. You can see that we're near freezing or below it, just over towards the Panhandle and to the north of us for our neighbors over towards Gainesville and our friends for Orlando. They're not too far off. We're sitting at 42 for Tampa, but even Miami is feeling this chill now. Finally, the air mass has basically completely taken over our entire weather pattern for the state of Florida and really moderated, which means those temperatures are now falling in line with that much colder Arctic air. So everything's matching up. And so what does that mean? Well, for iguanas, especially in South Florida, but also we have some iguana invasions over here as well, believe it or not, that have been in St. Pete. So when these iguanas are feeling these temperatures at about 50 or less, that's when they slow down. And when we have temperatures in the 40s, which is what we got going on right now, these iguanas, if you see any of them, especially for any of your friends in Southwest Florida, Sarasota County specifically, I'm talking to you too, those iguanas become stunned. They look like they're dead. I've seen it myself being down there, and it's just something to see that you'll never forget. And also below 40 degrees, which is what we got in our area, those iguanas are still alive but become incapacitated. So hopefully those iguanas are okay. If you see them, of course, always call FWC. But aside from that, that's why it's really important that when we are talking about these cold temperatures, you take them seriously, you layer up, you bundle yourself and the kids up for school and work today. And we are calling this weather impact alert. I have it going from 4 a.m. I'm going to expire it at 8 a.m. That's when we'll chill, is the issue here. And frost is likely in multiple of our communities. So if you have pictures of that, go ahead and send it over. But remember to protect yourself, your pets, your plants, and also your pets as well. Today we only get to a high temperature of 58. Not as breezy, but it is our coldest day of this cold snap yet. Take a look at your 7-day forecast. We warm up though finally on Friday, back to 70 degrees. And then we knock it back down just in time for the playoff games. On Sunday will be much cooler by game time.
All right, let's take you out to the roadways right now on this chilly morning. You want the heat on in the car. I-275 south in Pinellas County, headlights heading toward the Skyway. No reported incidents through downtown St. Pete. Drive times on the current southbound roads looking good. One in yellow there towards Ulmerton Road. No reported construction or incidents, though, just your morning traffic. Hillsborough drive times right now all in green, looking good at 5:48 this morning.
Well, it's certainly no secret police work can take a heavy emotional toll.
Yeah, one police department in California where they're going to need a lot of help is finding new ways right now to help officers cope with the job, recruiting their first wellness canine. Amanda Hari reports. Love a canine. Well, following the signs, how airport officials and police are teaming up to crack down on human trafficking. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll show you how you can help.
Normally, Ray J doesn't have much activity in February, but that's going to change next year. How you can be a part of Tampa sports history in 2026.
Weather impacts your life every day. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins. You can stream the latest forecast and live radar with 10 Tampa Bay Plus.
10 Tampa Bay Traffic is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Now, this is 10 Tampa Bay Sports.
All right, some of you wrote in to us saying that you heard a lawsuit has been settled regarding Apple and its Siri function. We've been talking about this.
Yeah, Casey Decker with our National Verified team tells us whether you might be eligible for a payout.
As always, if you see something you want us to verify, email your questions in, verify@10tampabay.com, or you can text us. The number's right there on the screen, 727-577-8522.
Shifting to health news now, people who live near airports have a greater risk of heart attacks and strokes. A study by University College London found the high noise levels from aircrafts can cause stiffer and thicker heart muscles, which are less efficient at pumping blood. This was especially true for people exposed to aircraft noise at night.